Hi, I'm Dr. Hicks, again here with my friend Dr. Karen Clark with another tip for you on being successful here in college. Today we're going to talk about taking effective notes, and I'm going to let Dr. Clark take the lead on this one.
Okay, so coming to class prepared is important in taking effective notes because, say you were assigned a reading. Instead of reading and just highlighting the entire time and look down 10 minutes later and all you've got is bright yellow, highlight while you're reading, but also then take notes on what you've just read. Maybe you outline it. Maybe you make a comment like, I don't understand this, or it makes you think of something else. But that keeps you engaged in the reading, and then when you come to class and it's built upon in class, you're going to have a better understanding of what's being explored.
So I have a question for you.
Yeah.
In your class, if somebody comes in and they say to you, Dr. Clark, I did my reading for last night and I wasn't really sure what they were saying on page 27 about that middle paragraph, and they show you, what does that do for you? I know, I get excited too. Oh, you're right.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
No, it really makes a difference because it makes your time in class also more worthwhile.
Agreed.
You'll get a deeper understanding of what's being covered.
And likely somebody else in class had a similar question. So I think it opens dialogue, which is huge. That leads me to the one point I do want to make about taking effective notes, and that's active listening. When I have a student who truly listens, like they come in, eyes are on me, they're attentive, they do the nods, you can tell by their physical gestures whether they're listening or just playing on their phone, but you can tell. And those students get it. I had a student several years ago who was such a good active listener that in the years since, when I've written letters for her, a recommendation, I always put that in there. She was such a good active listener. And what a nice thing to have on your resume or in a letter of reference for a new boss, that you listen and actually cater. I think it's a very important skill, and I do believe, like my mom said, 2 ears, 1 mouth for a reason. So.
And you bringing up about being on the phone, nothing is more distracting to a professor and to your peers that are sitting next to you. So be engaged in the classroom. And then beyond that, okay, you went to class, your day's not quite done yet. Highly recommend that sometime you spend 10 minutes reviewing those notes that you took in class. It's amazing how much of that information you'll retain.
Right.
And 2, when you go through it, you can be like, not sure what I wrote here, or I don't understand this concept or this math problem. And that gives you then what you can go to your professor with or another classmate about, can you better explain this to me? It really makes a difference taking that time every day that you have that class to review your notes.
Yeah, and you're right, it doesn't take much time. You can skim right through it, but it does help clarify, I think. And if you have a friend in class or you've met somebody who sits next to you, and you can even go back and forth and compare notes, I think that's also very helpful. So again, super tip, we're here to help you be more successful. Thanks.
Thanks.